Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So today I want to talk about the calm before the storm, because in Newfoundland we have a very calm day right now. There's not a breath of wind. It's fairly mild, but tomorrow we're supposed to get a blizzard. And really that's like a metaphor for life, right? This calm before the storm. Everything's going along perfectly. Life is all tickety-boo. And then something happens to upset, your day or your week or your month or your life. And it can be anything. It could be anything simple from like banging your elbow, which is never funny, to something, much more traumatic, like a sudden illness or death in the family. And your life just gets all turned upside down, or that moment does. Your peace gets broken. You start to question things like, why did I put that table there when you bashed your elbow? Or, maybe you question your faith because of an illness or death. And so, our lives, whether it just be for the moment or for a longer period of time, they're sort of turned topsy-turvy. And we start to question things. And we start to try to make sense of something that we'll never really fully understand the answers to. And it disrupts us. It disrupts our day. It disrupts our mindset. And, you can walk around in a fog for a while. But here's the thing that I've learned about the storm. The storm will subside. And, you will be able to get that peace back. It'll be different, perhaps, It's not going to be, sorry, the dog. It's not going to be the same kind of, it's not going to be in the same place where you were before. And that's a good thing, because we're human beings and we're always learning. We're learning about ourselves. We're learning about, everything. It's a learning planet. And when we start to question things, when things get all jostled and have a new reality, then we not only do we learn more about ourselves, which is perhaps the biggest learning of all, but we learn different lessons, like, everything is going to be okay, or I can do this, or, I like the layout of the room now because the furniture's been, rearranged. But the reality is, the real point that I'm trying to make is that if everything was always like this, nothing would change. We wouldn't change. We wouldn't learn anything. We wouldn't grow. We wouldn't be challenged. We wouldn't even understand what joy and happiness are, because we haven't experienced the opposite. So, yeah, the storm can be messy and it can be horrible and it can feel like it's never going to end. But we have to remember that it will end. And we have to give ourselves space and grace to maybe try to make sense of it for ourselves. What's left behind, pick through the rubble and pick out the treasures and keep them close, and then just let the rest of it go. And then, find our new footing, find our new equilibrium, and then make that our truth. And life will go along tickety-boo until the next storm. And that's my musing for the day. Have a great one, everyone.